Hello, beautiful souls. How y'all doing today? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Brainy, and this is Brainy Twin Gemini, where we talk about unconditional love, the purest form of love, soul health, growth, fitness, prosperity, all good things. Today, I will be doing a message as it resonates for twin flame, soulmate, divine love, fated connection, however you reconcile this beautiful gift of love in your heart. I do everything from a masculine perspective, kind of what's in the masculine's heart space as of the moment. If they could say anything to their beautiful divine counterpart, what would it be? And the overall energy of this beautiful, dynamic collective. So I'm going to start by saying, wow, what an incredible message today. And this masculine is just, I don't know, they're just very, I want to say light and love right now. And they're on a pathway of just pure light, shimmering, glowing, everything. So we still feel a full moon energy a few days after, like we feel the residual effects of it. But I feel like this last full moon was very, I want to say significant for both of you because you did a lot of purging, shedding, and releasing of old patterns, which is absolutely beautiful. And as a result, this masculine is seeing some wonderful signs and synchronicities. And all of these signs and synchronicities remind them of you. And they're deep and profound. And this masculine is actually paying attention. So they're seeing a lot of them, and every time they see them, as I said, it reminds them of you. They are doing a lot of soul work, I want to say, and they're traveling to different dimensions. So I want to say that both of you are meeting each other in the fifth dimension, your higher selves, that soul connection. And what you're doing is you're encouraging movement in the third dimension. So I want to say that they're very deep in that connection right now, that 5D connection. And while they're there, I always say I resonate that with just higher self, ascension. And so ascending is getting to your higher self. And when you get to your higher self, you just get this wisdom, this knowledge. You come closer to source, God, divine, universe. And when you do, you get deep and meaningful messages. And that's what's happening with them. Like they're getting all of these massive downloads, maybe when they're sleeping, meditating, and believe it or not, they do meditate. And what this is doing is it's helping them bring them back to the faith. And this 100% is what this journey is about. It is a test of your faith, but it's meant to bring you closer to your faith and closer to God's source, divine universe, however you resonate. One thing that they, when they're in this deep state of, I want to just say, downloading all of these beautiful downloads coming from the universe to them, they're shedding that regret. So many masculine energies have this deep sense of regret because they never ever meant to hurt their counterpart. They don't set out to hurt, but the love is not sustainable. It is like you would erupt from the inside out. So it's scary, and inevitably one runs from it because it's just too much to embrace it in that moment of time. So they're kind of shedding that regret, which is part of the it really does resonate with what's going on with this masculine. And getting back to that faith is such a fundamental, I want to say, milestone on this journey. So it's absolutely wonderfully beautiful. If they could say anything to you at this moment, what would it be? And they want you to know that this is not one-sided. And feminine energy, merely just energy. Sometimes we navigate our journey. I too am on this journey, but by the grace of God, I'm in physical embodiment now. And hence the reason why I'm here. I'm a messenger of truth. And you just feel like this is one-sided. The love isn't reciprocated. And it's very difficult because when you're in physical separation with zero contact it's really truly hard to know what your counterpart is thinking, going through. But if you keep the faith and love in your heart and just keep that sacred love there, then you will realize that it's not one-sided. And I like to give examples of my journey. When I was in physical separation from my beautiful beloved soul, I always thought it was one-sided. I had no contact, like absolutely none. I had no idea, but I always felt his energy and this deep sense of love. And when we came back into physical harmony, we talked about things, and I journal everything. And he did say, like, he had this deep, profound love. He wasn't sure where it was coming from, but he could not get me out of his heart nor head space. So it is not one-sided, believe it or not, and they want you to know that. This card keeps coming up. It's come up 3 days in a row. It has to mean something. And victory. So I just feel like there's very, very good things on the horizon. Victory is here now. It could be a number of factors. You know, it could be a job that you're waiting for, something significant, but victory is here. It is here and now, so to speak. And the masculine wants you to know that victory is here. And it's so beautiful. Also, too, if you're feeling a little out of sorts, your masculine is asking you to balance and recalibrate. This is a journey of just balance, equilibrium, yin-yang energy, getting to that healthy masculine and feminine energy. We all have that within us. And sometimes we get caught in the traps, you know, well, I'm a divine feminine. Yes, you may be predominantly feminine energy, but you're meant to balance both energies within yourself. So you may be lacking something. You know, when I was on my journey, it was 3/4 of the way in. I thought I was divine feminine. And then I realized that I was interchanging between both energies throughout the journey until that healthy balance of both energies were there. So they're asking you to, if you're feeling a little, you know, lethargic, restless, sleepy, just balance that energy. Best way to balance is through meditation and breathing and just resting. If you need to sleep, sleep. When your temple's tired and run down, it really does take a toll on your soul. And lastly, they want you to know that they are meditating. They are going through Kundalini activation. That could cause some ascension, like flus, like I call it the ascension flu. And it may leave you feeling sore and tired and flu-like. That is because you're going through Kundalini. And when you're purifying and just getting rid of all that gunk within, and that's, I want to say soul gunk, it's very, very tiring. I mean, if this keeps going on over, you know, a period of months and months, then there's maybe something wrong. You may need to get checked out. Just make sure everything's okay. But when you're going through this, it happens rather quickly, and it does leave you somewhat exhausted. So they're going through that. Also, too, they want you to know that it's very difficult for them too. It's very, very difficult. And sometimes, you know, when you come into each other in physical embodiment and then you go into the physical separation, which is necessary in the third dimensional world, you're not truly apart. Your souls are always together. It's difficult for them, and sometimes they run into a karmic partnership because that is the only way they can deal with it at that time. But the love is still always there. It's just unreconciled love. However, they're coming to that reconciliation within, and it's beautiful. I'm struggling to let go of my ego. Is another message I want to give to you. That is, I want to say, one of those things that is going to always be that devil on your shoulder, so to speak, because you will inevitably always struggle with ego. We live in a very ego-based world, a lot of people aren't cognizant of what the ego is and how and the confines of the ego. You know, the ego is there. That's who you are. It establishes itself at the age of 2. It's kind of who you are. But there's unhealthy parts of the ego and there's healthy parts of an ego. And what you want is to let go of the unhealthy parts. And that is the regret, self-worth, guilt, shame, worry, anxiety, depression. Those are all unhealthy parts of the ego. So they're struggling, but they're letting go. I plan on communicating to you very soon. 100% resonates with victory. I want to make a move, but I'm scared you will reject me. I can 100% resonate with that because I don't know how many times I wanted to make a move and I was so frightened of the rejection. Like, this love is still so deep and profound. And sometimes keeping that sacred and close to your heart and the not knowing is almost safer than knowing, because you know you want to go and you want to bear your heart kind of on your sleeve, so to speak, and then all of a sudden it's like, what are you, mental? No, I don't feel the same. And then it's just sheer devastation. Like, you know, so there is always that fear of rejection. And even in life in general, we always have that fear of rejection because because you carry that love, and it's so just deep and profound that there is always that little glimmer of that fear. So beautiful, beautiful message. As many of you know, Kundalini is part of this journey. You purify it, cleanse. It's necessary, and that's what you do for each other. You bring each other back into this purity and just cleansing. And cleansing is crying. Crying is a form of strength, not weakness. Shed those tears, because that is purification. When you're washing yourself, or you're taking a shower or a bath, what are you doing? You're purifying, you're washing, you're cleansing the dirt. Crying is the exact same thing. So, to no surprise, the chakra or body connection that's opening and purifying is the crown chakra is shimmering and shining once again. And I love the crown chakra because it is located at the top of the head. It governs the pineal gland and the upper brain. When developed, it brings us knowledge, wisdom, understanding, spiritual connection, and bliss. Bliss could be similar to enlightenment, nirvana. It's absolutely beautiful. This journey is a soul journey that brings you to spirit. Soul and spirit are not the same things. So it's absolutely beautifully wonderful. You may feel like this weird sensation on top of your head. If you touch the top of your head, it could be sore, like it almost feels like it's sunburnt. I know the stuff I say is strange, but that's how you know your crown may be opening. So beautiful. I love it all so much. What is the overall message here? Well, the overall message of this beautiful love collective is you are very nostalgic for one another. You're thinking about each other constantly. That could be the 5D, bringing it down to the forefront in the 3D, but you're missing each other like crazy. You're very nostalgic. You're thinking of all the laughter, the good times, and maybe some not so pleasant times. I mean, it's, very nostalgic. I want to say that you're very, very deep in your soul journey, and your soul is leading you to bliss, spirit, enlightenment, which is wonderful, and it is beautiful. And what this soul journey does is it leads you to infinite possibilities within yourself, within the universe, with your love. So both of you are navigating at light speed right now, and ultimately it will come to fruition. This is a journey of oneself and getting to that purity and that innocence and that just sheer love. and acceptance of one, and just shedding all the false, like your old self, so to speak, and coming into the new you. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the last thing is separation. I want to talk about that. Separation is merely just an illusion. You're always connected. We are one in the universe here. And sometimes when we focus on separation, we invite that into our life. It's the power of, or the law of attraction, power of manifestation. If you're talking to, your soul tribe and saying, oh, we're in separation, we're in physical separation, you know what you're doing. It's, you're just inviting that into your orbit and your aura. So let that go if you can. But I also feel like for some of you, the physical separation is coming to an end. It's absolutely beautiful, and I love it. So that's what I have in terms of the overall message. But as many of you know, signs, synchronicity, serendipity are part of your day-to-day now. And animals play a vital role in, I just feel, in your journey. And different animals come out different times. Like, obscurely, I saw a possum, which I'm not a big fan of. I haven't seen one for like 2 or 3 years. And it was walking on the back fence in the day. And I'm like, okay, this is strange. So, I looked it up and I got that meaning, that spiritual meaning. But for the feminine animal spirit message today, it's antelope, spirit, life is speeding up. And that's exactly what I said. I cannot believe how this stuff resonates. You're going at light speed right now. It's almost like you're tripping over your feet because you're moving so fast. And it is beautiful. It's wonderful. And I love it so much. And the masculine animal spirit message today is dove spirit. Be peace. But it also represents messenger, communication. It's just divine, the dove. Now I see that every single day, but it is, to me, it signifies masculine. This is your message to come clean and communicate how you truly feel. You will feel free, at peace, liberated. And the overall message for this beautiful collective is dragonfly, spirit, truth, transcends illusion. Now that kind of represents to me the one-sidedness, but also a dragonfly is such a beautiful, beautiful creature. They all are. They all have a purpose. They all serve a purpose. But it represents rebirth and just illumination, and it is so beautiful because truth and faith does transcend illusion. Sometimes we get this illusion that we are delusional, and if you keep the faith and the trust and the love in your heart, that's when the magic and the beauty occur. So that's what I have for you, beautiful souls, today. I'm going to put up a fundraiser, Hope Unite. It is a very powerful, beautiful movement. It provides support for people in crisis in hopes to eradicate suicide. Suicide is at an all-time high. And we as light beings are meant to shed the light in a somewhat of a dark world right now. So consider $1 or $2. Anything really truly does help. Go back into this organization so that they can provide these resources. Check out their website and you can see what kind of resources they provide. And as I just said that, a crow just literally flew by. A big one. Yeah, so anything you could do to help would be super, super awesome. And with that being said, have a beautiful, amazing day. And I do offer messages and coaching, so just check out my website if you have a chance. And have a beautiful, wonderful day.